Au cœur de l'histoire. Mayflower. Timeline. 1608. A group of English separatists seeking religious freedom moves to the Netherlands. 1617. The separatists decide to establish a colony in America. July 1620. The Pilgrims depart from Leiden, Netherlands, to Southampton, England, where they join the Mayflower and the Speedwell. September 6, 1620. The Mayflower finally sets sail alone from Plymouth, England, leaving the Speedwell behind. November 9, 1620. After 66 days at sea, the Mayflower sights land at Cape Cod, modern-day Massachusetts. November 11, 1620. The Mayflower anchors at Provincetown Harbor, and the Pilgrims sign the Mayflower Compact, establishing a form of self-government. December 16, 1620. The Mayflower arrives at Plymouth Harbor. March 1621. The Pilgrims and the Native American leader Massasoit sign a peace treaty. April 1621. The Mayflower departs Plymouth to return to England. Who were the Pilgrims? These first settlers, initially referred to as the Old Comers and later as the Forefathers, did not become known as the Pilgrim Fathers until 2 centuries after their arrival. Of the 102 colonists, 35 were members of the English Separatist Church, a radical faction of Puritanism. Seeking a more abundant life along with religious freedom, the Separatists negotiated with a London stock company to finance a pilgrimage to America. Approximately 2/3 of those making the trip aboard the Mayflower were non-separatists, hired to protect the company's interests. The Mayflower was relatively small, about 100 feet long and 20 feet wide. It carried 102 passengers and about 30 crew members. The ship faced numerous storms, leading to delays and damage, including a main beam that cracked, which the passengers and crew managed to repair mid-voyage. The Mayflower was not originally intended for carrying passengers. It was a merchant ship, designed to transport goods, such as wine and dry goods. Its use for transporting the pilgrims was a secondary function. Upon arrival, before disembarking, the passengers signed the Mayflower Compact, an agreement to form a basic government and submit to majority rule. This document is often cited as an early step towards self-government in America. The main record for the voyage of Mayflower comes from the letters and journal of William Bradford, who was a guiding force and later the governor of the Plymouth colony. His detailed record of the journey is one of the primary sources used by historians, and the most complete history of Plymouth colony that was written by a Mayflower passenger. The American national holiday Thanksgiving originated from the first Thanksgiving feast, held by the Pilgrims in 1621, a prayer event and dinner to mark the first harvest of the Mayflower settlers. Contrary to the Thanksgiving myth, friendliness does not account for the alliance the Wampanoag tribe made with the nascent Plymouth settlement. The so-called First Thanksgiving was the fruit of a political decision on the Wampanoag's chief's part. Violent power politics played a much more important role in shaping the Wampanoag-English alliance than the famous feast. The Plymouth Rock is the granite slab upon which, according to tradition, the Pilgrim Fathers stepped first after disembarking from the Mayflower on December 26, 1620. The rock, now much reduced from its original size thanks to damage from being moved and to the depredations of souvenir seekers, rests on the coast of Plymouth Bay.